Fall. Hell yeah. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Leaves are falling. Leaves go round. After sweating buckets for months, the air goes crisp, the leaves change colors, and the beer turns darker. Always riding. You know who likes riding bikes in the fall? This guy. If you like to ride bikes in the woods, you'll ride any time of year. And every season has its pros and cons too, especially here in the South. Winter, it's mild enough to keep riding year-round here, but it's still chilly to keep the best of us inside some days. Spring's vibrant greens delight the senses after a dark winter, but pollen season and the return of trail spiders is terrible. Summer extends the riding hours, but it can be ridiculously humid and hot, sometimes forcing riding times early in the morning or in the later hours of the day. What is it about fall that makes it so special? And not just special for riding, but for anyone playing outside. Let's unpack that. The backdrop here for our story is a recent trip to Pisgah National Forest and our third time competing in the Couch Potato, a 24-mile mountain bike race put on by Blue Ridge Adventures, and they do an awesome job. Why fall? Well, let's start with the most visible. Leaves. They just look real nice this time of year. Around every turn, there's a feast for the eyes waiting for you to take it all in. All these leaves also make for interesting riding, as they obscure the dangers that lie beneath. Wheel-engulfing mud pits, tire-puncturing rocks, and crash-inducing slippery roots. Actually, none of that sounds that great. Let's get back to the good stuff. A close second, or maybe even first, for fall riding's amazingness is the cooler temps and the respectable levels of humidity. This combined drop in temperatures, humidity, and dew point provide, for me, a 50% energy boost. I'm making that up, but man, it feels right. A subset of the cooler temps means we get to bust out our flannel. You are lying to yourself if you don't get just a little bit excited when you open up the closet and finally pull out your favorite hipster lumberjack attire. Check out this flannel here, 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 and even these people back here. Fall also means it's a perfect time of year to take a trip to the mountains. For those of us working full-time jobs and not raking in the advertising loot from our YouTube videos and Instagram followers, these weekends provide a much-needed break from the daily grind of adulting. And let's face it, adulting just gets tiring. Now, don't take my word for any of this.
My name's Rob, and I'm one of the proprietors here at Back Alley Bikes, and I ride mountain bikes on the trails. I love riding in the fall. I love the lowering of the temperatures after a hot North Carolina Piedmont summer. I love the color change in the leaves and the trees. Love the way the trails are hidden below those leaves when they fall. Yeah, everything about it.
Let's pull aside for a moment and give some praise where praise is due, and some gratuitous patting on the back. Despite being from the flatter parts of North Carolina, the Misfit Mountain nerds showed well at the Couch Potato. Gnarl took first in the men's vet division, Fish took first in the men's open, and these two guys grabbed fourth and fifth in the men's masters. And special recognition also goes to Dirty John for his stylish finish line crossing.
Hey, John!
Which was really fun to watch over and over again. And now back to our story. Finally, fall means spending more time with friends and family, which to some degree we are forced into because we have no choice. And what I mean by that is that when we lose the daylight hours, hanging with the gang is a great alternative to lonely screen time. If you don't love fall, there's just something wrong with you. It's fall, y'all. It's fall, y'all. That's it, y'all.